Hi everyone. I hope you had enjoyed your weekend. Hopefully some of you guys weren't doing any schoolwork. I know a couple of you guys were asking questions over the weekend. I was like, I'll get back to you on Monday. So here we are. Well, I want to first say that I'm so impressed by each and every one of you guys who turned in work last week. I saw determination through emailing me, through reminding me, through making sure that that I got your work. And so I am really impressed with your determination last week to make sure that you guys got those assignments in and on time. You guys killed it, and I'm so excited to see what you're going to be doing this week. So this week we're actually going to be looking at handwriting analysis. You guys watched that forensic files. Some of you guys watched forensic files that was handwriting based, and some of you guys didn't. Sorry about the unclear instructions. We're still trying to figure it out. First, I need you guys to get out a couple of materials. Last week I said that we needed a coffee filter. Keep that coffee filter. We are going to do a lab with it next week in the kitchen. So make sure if you don't have a coffee filter, try to get one this week. I'm going to try to use paper towels to see if those will suffice, but if you can get a coffee filter, that would be very appreciated. What you're going to need right now is you need something to write on. I don't have a lot of lined paper at my own house, so any lined paper is fine, or even plain paper like printer paper, that's fine as well. You're also going to need your textbook. Yes, I have a $20 bill in my textbook. We will be looking over that today as well. So here we go. You also need something to write with. Oh, you want to know what? All right, let me grab this. Here we go. My Flair pen. All right, so you have something to write with, you have something to write on, and your book. If you don't have an actual textbook, go ahead and get that virtual textbook pulled up somewhere close by. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we are going to see what is going on. So this is my, remember, I actually put a link onto my YouTube so that you guys can find your online textbook. So remember, this is class link right here. And let me see if I can get this bar out of the way. Anyways, I'm going to move this down a little bit. Then you guys go to class link. Once you're on class link, then you will find NGL sync right there. Then you're going to hop over to the book, launch course, and here we go. All right, let me pop this up really quick. Oh, once you get there, then you'll find this. Then you can go to over here, click the full book. Once you get full book, then you guys can type in page 318 because that's what we're going to be on. So there you go. All right, you're all set up, and here's the lesson for this week. You guys, we are doing handwriting analysis, okay? Handwriting analysis, excuse me, has it's kind of new to the forensic field. You know, we had fingerprints that were a little bit newer. With forensics, we really have to understand, remember that a lot of times whenever we have a new type of evidence, a lot of times the judges and the people on the jury aren't going to understand how valid it is, you know? Even whenever DNA started to come out, it wasn't really counted as valid until multiple testings and multiple trials that really got it going, okay? So with handwriting analysis, here's a little bit of the history in the United States specifically, okay? So this is a man, Richard, don't really have the energy to pronounce his last name, but what we have right here is his signature. So you guys can see his signature up here at the top. So this he was basically signing his name to that little receipt right there. All right. Well, then this is what's called an exemplar. This is actually, whenever, like a little side note about exemplar, it is going to be our standard like known origin. Like we know that the suspect, we know that this person has written it. So that's an exemplar. For example, we have his signature. So that's going to be our exemplar this time. All right. Then we have a ransom note. All right. So we are taking the exemplar and comparing it to a ransom note. So what we see right here is Mr. Richard. We can see that those A's are different. Do you see the circle? So A's, his eyes are his A's are similar. Same with his I's, okay? So this was one of kind of when, in this case, that people realized and understood, oh, wow, this is something that we can use. So we can take an exemplar, we can take a known item or known document and compare that to the document in question, okay? So for this, it's a receipt with a ransom note, all right? Let's keep going. So what in the world affects our handwriting? Because all of us have handwriting that develops over time. You can probably tell your handwriting if a teacher says, "Where's your name?" And you can tell that it's yours because you have a unique handwriting style. But there are some things that can change your handwriting. Your mood, for example, if, oh my gosh, guys, I just realized that my painting is totally off the wall. Anyways, I need to go and hang it up again. It's only hanging by thumbtack, so maybe I should like get some nails. Anyways, all right, your mood can affect it if you're really tired, maybe if you're angry, maybe if you're happy, whatever it is, maybe you're in love and you're writing a love note, your mood, the use of drugs or alcohol or medications. If you guys have ever taken like a really strong pain pill, maybe you had like your wisdom teeth removed and you know, you're just kind of loopy and you don't really know what's going on because you're on medication or drugs or alcohol, maybe arthritis. That's when your joints have a lot of pain. You guys probably aren't familiar with arthritis yourself, but with your grandparents or your parents, their joints can just hurt. And so if you have a sharp pain while you're writing, you know, that can affect it. Or if you're sick, maybe it's something that's chronic, or maybe you just have a cold, or maybe you have a current virus. Who knows? That can affect your handwriting, okay? But despite these minor variations, everybody's going to develop a unique handwriting style, okay? Now, what I want you to do is go ahead and grab your paper and your pen, and you and somebody else in your household is going to be writing the next slide, okay? All right, here we go. So we're going to create an exemplar for you and the person that is in your family. That can be a little sibling, it can be a cousin, it can be your mom or dad. If you don't have anybody in your house to complete this, I will shoot me a remind or an email, and I will send you my own exemplar handwriting. So here's what I want you guys to write down. I'm not going to read it for you, but go ahead and pause this video and start to write this, okay? Choose your pen or your pencil, write it all the way through. So don't take any pauses or stops, just keep writing it, okay? All right, so you guys should have written this by now. And what we are going to do with this is I want you to turn in your book to page, let me see, I have it bookmarked with that money, 318, okay? So flip in your book, open on your computer tab, page 318 and page 335, all right? Let me go ahead and exit out of this and go to my book. Let's see, page 318, here we go. Beautiful. I'm going to extend this to the full screen and let's look at a couple of things. So there are actually 12 different types of characteristics in your handwriting, okay? We're gonna look at those today. I'm gonna zoom in hopefully a little bit on here. Yep, all right, great, so I can zoom in. So line quality, do those letters flow, or are they kind of erratic and shaky, okay? Do you guys see right here how they're flowing together? But right here, they're kind of like shaky, you know, it doesn't really have a smooth flow like a good pen, all right? What about the spacing of your letters? Are they equally spaced out, or are they kind of crowded? So right here on the first one, you guys can see right here, the right of the people. Well, you guys see that big chunk of space right there? So same with this. What's the spacing look like in that handwriting? All right, let's keep going. Line consistency. So the ratio of height and the width. So do you have like really long letters? Do you have really wide letters, or is it kind of even? That's what we're looking at. Continuous, is the writing continuous, or does the writer lift the pen? So whenever you were writing, in some words, did you lift the pen at a certain point, or did you keep it down the entire time, okay? So whenever we're looking at that with forensics, these are things to look at in the handwriting. Connecting letters. So are you guys connecting all of the letters in like that cursive, or is it kind of a pseudo cursive? I would say that my handwriting's a little bit of a pseudo cursive. You guys remember that on the board I would start and then I'd just really get into a flow and keep going. But are the upper and lowercase letters connected and continuous? Letters, are they completed? So are the letters completely formed, or is it a part of, is the part of the lesser letter completely missing? If you guys look over here, you can really tell. Let's see. So if you could just go letter by letter, you can see the E. Those are missing right there. Those are some differences. Do you guys see this G right here, how it's fully the loop, but then over here it doesn't have the full loop, as well as the F right here. So is that F fully there? Same with another E. So they kind of drop off the E. You can even see right here some of the connecting letters. So their letters up here aren't connected just like they were, you know. So you can look at multiple things in one piece of writing. Cursive or printed letters. So do we see cursive letters right here? Is it print completely, or is there a little bit of a mix? So, you know, they start out with print and then they go into cursive. What about the pen pressure? You know, is that equal, let's see, applied upward or downward strokes? So whenever you're pressing into that paper, whenever you're writing into the paper, you know, do you really see like a press down on like the upstroke or the downstroke? You guys can see right here how on the FOR that it's really dark, so they're going to have a lot more pressure than that E. So this little portion right here, it's probably a little bit less pressure. Same over here. So this one is very inconsistent pressure. This one probably has a light pressure, and this one has a dark, a hard pressure. So you can tell that by the ink. So if you're writing with the exact same pen, somebody can have thicker letters or thinner letters depending on that pressure. What about the slant? Is it left, is it right, or is it a variable between left and right? So do you guys see how this is slanting that way? So it's slanting to either the left or the right, whichever way the video comes out, or is it, so this way, I would say that it's slanting to the right, and this way is to the left, and then this way is a little bit of both, so a variable. What about line habits? So is the text on the line, above the line, or below the line? So right here we can see that it's right on the line. This one is a little bit above the line with the SIC. So and then this one's below, so you guys can see where that's completely below the line. You can definitely tell this if you are writing on line paper, but if you're not writing on line paper, you can totally hold a string or a ruler up to see if that's on the line right there, okay? The next one is fancy curves and loops. Do we see that? Are there any? There are or there aren't, and they look very different. So this is just one example of a fancy like curve or a loop. What about the placement of the crosses and the T's and the I's? So right here, do you see how this T curls up? Or the end of the T curls up to cross the T. This one in straight down and then crosses it again. This one crosses it where it even goes into the H. Even right here, do you guys notice these I's? So they dot the I's differently than this last one. So is it correct or misplaced? Maybe the T, sometimes you get writing and your T is slashed somewhere over another letter, you know. Let's see, are the I's dotted? Are they dotted towards the right or to the left or to the center? So do you guys even see this right here? So yes, the dots are dots, but then this one's a circle. So you guys see how that one's in the center, this one's on the right, this one's on the left. So all of these are ways that you can tell handwriting between two different people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. I'm going to exit out of this, and for those of you using the computer, go ahead and flip over, do that exact same thing that I did, and we're going to go over, actually we're going to find this page again. We're going to be on page 3. Let's see, I think it was 34. So 334. Type it in right there, hit enter. I'm going to expand this out, and here's what we have, okay? So analyzing your own handwriting, that's what you guys are going to do right now. So you're going to take these 12 characteristics that you just looked at and I kind of explained. You're going to be using the table in your book and flipping back and forth to see what are your writing characteristics. And I want you to fill out all 12 of those writing characteristics and do that as well for your person in your house, okay? So do that for one other person. Once you're finished, I want you guys to answer these 5 questions, okay? So what I should see whenever you guys submit it is this 2 tables right here. This is only to 6, so you just can't copy and paste it and print it. But I do want you to fill out a table. I can put one online as well so that you guys can print it out if you want to, but you don't have to. So you guys are going to have 2 charts and you're going to answer this 5 questions, okay? But Ms. Durkin, you had a $20 bill earlier. What in the world is that? Well, if you have any money, not only can handwriting be forged, but counterfeit bills can be forged as well. You might have a 20 at your house. You might have a $1 bill at your house, or a 5, or even a $10 bill, all right? What you're gonna do is go over here. You're gonna see Chapter 10 Intro. You're gonna go to Chapter 10 Activities, and I want you to do this interactive lab, okay? If you're on your phone, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but you can access your textbook on your phone. Excuse me, I just tried it, and it's pretty squished. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like on my phone. Let's see. All right, so here's the activity on my phone. You guys, actually, let me stop sharing and just show you my bigger picture. So here's what it looks like on my phone. If I flip it, then it looks like that. It's kind of difficult to see, so I can hit that start activity button, and you have to scroll up and down. It's not ideal to do this on your phone. If you have a laptop, do this, but it's also not impossible to do it on your phone either. You're gonna pick up that little lens, and then just click on those red arrows, or red circles, I'm sorry. So those red circles, and then once you click on that, you can scroll up, and now you can read about it, okay? That's the exact same thing that we're gonna do. Let me switch back to, let me show you guys my screen. That's the exact same thing that you're gonna do over here, all right? You are going to click through the activity and look at what are some of these items that you see on this bill. So here I've just clicked on the magnifying glass, and you can just move it around. I'm not clicking anything, but I'm just moving it. So once you guys are familiar with that, that's it for that activity. Then I want you guys to take an actual bill if you have one, and I want you to look at it yourself, okay? So I want you to see, okay, well, it might not be a $10 bill, but I do have a $1 bill. What does that look like? Are there any things that you may have seen here? As well as on your money. So you're going to do a handwriting analysis between you and somebody else in your household. And I want you guys to look into what are some things that the government does to help us show or to validate our paper money. Okay. So, all right, you guys have that for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. Whenever, for this one, you are going to be submitting just a couple of bullet points. I will specify and be a little bit more specific on focus or on student portal. So make sure to go to there. I hope you guys have a great week. If you need anything, please, please, please let me know. Reach out, and I will be here to help you guys. Have an amazing week. I hope you guys are doing well. I will talk to you soon.